full effect. Combo Breaker Weekend, Marvel 2, 3, and Infinite. Got a breakdown on each of those games. Going to go over all the brackets and, of course, the MVCI events over the last 3 weeks. We're going to cover those results as well. We got Jacomania in the house. You know what? Let's get this bad boy going. I don't know what happened to my notifications, but we're going to get this bad boy going. I just want to check on that real quick. You know what? Fuck it. Let's run it. Run the credits. Let's go. We got to talk about some Marvel. We got to talk about some Marvel. Let's do this. Yo, what's going, Marvel peeps? Yo, this was a good set. Don definitely going out with the bang. Got to give props to the MVCI is dead. That was a long set. Had a lot of first. Actually, gonna take a quick stretch before we start this podcast. Okay, there we go. Just gotta get that out of the system. Gotta get that out of the way. You guys know what it is. We got some results to go over as far as what was going down in Chicago. There was definitely a lot of Marvel tournaments, but we gotta talk about also the results of what's happened with the NBCI over the last 2 weeks. It's gonna be a short one today, guys. I'll be honest. I came back from the flight yesterday, so we're just gonna kind of speed run through the topics, and then even the discussion topic about Combo Breaker is going to be kind of a quick one. You know what I mean? Just kind of recapping some of the things, the Marvel things of the weekend. But we're going to get right into it. We got to see what's going on with this Marvel versus Capcom results. MVCI is dead. First and foremost. Actually, let's go over these results first. I did miss a couple of the matches. I missed the first one. So we had... Thank you, Octo. We're definitely going to cover that stuff. So MVCI is dead. The finale. We had Erebus Wolf versus Hominid. I missed the end of that one, but I know Erebus won because when I stepped out, he was in the lead. So I believe it was 10-5. But if you guys can kind of remind, like whoever actually saw the score, if you want to correct me, it looked like it was 10-5-ish as far as when I was leaving. But I know Erebus won that. Congrats to Erebus. I actually would have called that one the other way. I'm not even going to front. Props to Erebus, but my money would have been on Hominid. Just because of more often he plays, but Erebus getting back into the groove. We have Coggins versus Dr. Kano 7-10. Dr. Kano winning that one. What? But props to Cogs. He did run his main joint. So he didn't just scum the top tier stuff, where he ran his original joint. We had Bane versus Tekua 10-4. Somebody who was talking shit to Bane in the chat, was that you, Octo? That definitely looks like powered up petty ass Bane score. So there was either money on the line or somebody got under his skin on the chat. Either way, 10-4, Bane winning that one. We had SC Mike versus XC. XC winning that one 10-4. I put 1,000K points. I put 1,000K points on Mike. I do fanboy bet sometimes. Whenever you guys see me at events and there's somebody in SoCal playing, that's typically how I'll bet. I'd like to get into it. Sometimes it's not always the smartest use of your money. But the fanboy bet definitely cost me 100K. XC winning that one 10-4. And then the finale, Stealth versus Tyson. I missed the end of it. I was getting ready some last minute things. Was the score 10-7? I think it was 10-7. Because when I left, it was close to like that. But Stealth definitely winning that one. Solidifying the last Marvel vs. Capcom is dead finale with Stealth winning it. It seems proper. It seems proper. Tyson, definitely world-class Marvel Infinite player, but Tyson, a legend and the only true Marvel god walking amongst us. He does claim that there is another Marvel god out there making CDs and pop records or something, but walking amongst us, amongst the living. Stealth, the only true Marvel god, winning that one 10-7. Dope shit, dope shit. And of course, there was the MVCI Dead that happened last week as well. Let's get that score going for you guys. We got a Hulk Pulon versus Cap Bones, 10-7 for Hulk Pulon. GG's winning that one. Coggins versus Kabak, 10-9. Should have been Kabak. If you guys remember that set, 10-9 should have been Kabak with the most epic Gamora comeback of all time, made in game 9 or 9v9, but basically game 18, right? Game 19. So Coggins barely winning that one on some epic comeback shit. And then we had the finale, the last set, Jaco Man versus Black Panther. That was supposed to be me. That was supposed to be me and my chance to run it back versus Black Panther. He did beat me in the last gauntlet that I played him in. But I was unavailable, so Jaco Man took the mantle, did the UG Avenge match, and definitely avenged my loss there. Jaco winning that one 10-3. Jaco Mania running wild. Definitely not the last you're going to hear about Jaco Man today. I guarantee you that. There's definitely some stuff to cover with that. But before we got the gauntlet to cover, but before we go to the gauntlet, we got to give the propers. We got to give the propers the salute. Oh, is it already going? You guys are already hearing the salute? Cool, the salute's already going. Got to give a proper salute to MVCI's Dead and also the Five Fingers, right? They kind of intermingled, and props to Don for keeping it innovative, keeping it fresh, with different formats for us to enjoy. But as we say goodbye to MVCI's Dead / the Five Fingers of Death, I'm definitely going to give the salute for the Marvel event. Let's do this. Holla. Definitely a noteworthy event, and props to Don for keeping that Marvel alive for so long on a Monday. We'll see what the future has to hold as far as for Marvels and Monday, but I definitely can't move on to the next thing without giving Don the props for such a stoic, long-running MVCI event. Definitely some dope stuff. All right. The score between Stealth and Tyson, I don't know. I know Stealth won. I believe it was 10-7, but I had to dip right at the end. I had to do some last-minute stuff to prepare for the podcast. But I know Stealth did win that. All right. Let's get to some more of these tournaments. The Gauntlet. Don's Flyers, bro. The John Morant Flyer. The Gauntlet number 225. This went down on the 18th. Let's see what this results look like. We have Shadow Flip in 17th. Props entering the Gauntlet. Myself tied for 17th. Ooh wee. Yeah, I think this is the one where I lost to Black Panther round 1 and then had to fight like Tyson the next round. That is definitely not the best bracket I've ever ran at the Gauntlet. Stuff Curry tied for 13th, aka your Mamu, aka Benjamin Buttons. Tied for 13th, we have Dr. Kano as well. Super Cool Mike in 9th is with Spidey Mikey. Don Con in 9th as well. But let's get to that top 8. Your top 8 for the Gauntlet 225. This is the one that went down on May 18th. Tied for 7th, we had Knives. That's right, this one was killer. The entry was killer. We had Knives versus Tekua, the return of Knives, getting top 8. Tied for 5th, we had Kabak 420 and XC Coggins. 4th place, Forever Tyson. 3rd place, Beast 412. 2nd place, and MVP by far of this bracket, Black Panther, getting 2nd place out of all of these killers in this bracket. Definitely, my man definitely stepped up to the plate and performed really well that evening. So shout out to Black Panther making himself the MVP of the set. But that doesn't mean we can't dog the winner, right? Every time we see the champions win, we always like to see people do good against them, but we can't fail to give props to the champions who just do it again and again and again. Stealth, your number 1 place on the Gauntlet 225 without touching the loser bracket. My man won the thing. I mean, this is not a strange, this is no like kind of weird thing for him. He's definitely done this a lot. but does it one more time. Strikes again with no losses, just taking 6 dubs and winning Gauntlet 225. Props to Stealth, but also props to Black Panther for second and Beast for third on the Gauntlet 225. Let's keep the Gauntlet action going. Let's keep the Gauntlet action going. The latest Gauntlet. The latest Gauntlet. I definitely want to talk about this. We definitely got to talk about this combo breaker. I actually can't wait. We're going to speed run this. All right, the latest Gauntlet. Shadow Flip again. Oh, Shadow Flip got a win this time. Shadow Flip, one of the newest dudes in the scene. He's actually a COTS regular, but he's been entering the Gauntlet to kind of test his tournament medal, and he's slowly getting better. So we got him. He snagged a win. So we got 13th place. Hee Homeboy back in it, 13th place as well. Don Khan tied for 13th. Tied for 9th, we have Custom Christoph, No CS Kulo, Yoramamu, and SC Mike. But let's get to this top 8. Yeah, that bracket was good. All these brackets are good. All right, top 8. Tied for 7th, we have Hydro Rex and Spidey Mikey. Tied for 5th place, we have Erebus again. Yo, Erebus back in it? Back in it? Erebus, 5th place. Tied with Kabak 420 for 5th place as well. 4th place, XC Coggins. Shoutouts getting 4th. 3rd place, we have Octopus Inc. Yo, Octo! And Octo looked like he took the long path. He looked like his second round was a loss. So he had to fight hella matches to get the top 3, but he definitely got there. Shoutouts to Octopus Inc. getting top 3. Going the long route. 2nd place, Beast 412. Beast 412 taking 2nd place. No slouch, always getting those top 3s. And in 1st place, Bonafide Mount Olympus Marvel champ, the one and only. Y'all say him play tonight. Takua winning that one unscathed. Never touched the loser bracket. 5 wins to secure 1st place. So your latest Gauntlet champion, the winner of Gauntlet 226, which went down last Thursday. The one and only Takua. Yo, shout out to Octo. I didn't catch this one, but I could see the record. Like you definitely got your money's worth. You definitely got, as far as how many matches you got to play and getting top 3. Yeah, you definitely got your money's worth in terms of that. All right, shout outs to Don Con and Ralston Arcade for doing the Gauntlet week in and week out. Even though the MVCI is dead, is not going to be here. You heard Don promise. And I'm going to hold him to that promise. You heard him say that he's going to be running this Marvel Infinite on Thursdays to the ground. Until it's only him. I like that. Till it's only him, Ralston, and Jaco. then he'll maybe stop it, right? And even then it's a maybe. All right. Shout outs to the Gauntlet, but we got to move on to the next event. We're speedrunning here. The Battle Realm. UG's Battle Realm, basically OG's Salt Dojo. We had Custom Christoph versus No CS Kulo 7-3. That was the 1st to 7. Custom Christoph winning that one. We have Grainy versus Shadow Flip 5-1. That was 1st to 5. Shoutouts to Grainy for winning that one. Oh, I remember Hydro Rex. Somebody didn't show up, so I think Hydro Rex went back into the ring to give Shadow Flip some competition. I forgot who stepped out. Somebody couldn't make it. But Hydro Rex winning that one 5-2, 1st to 5 set. And the main match of the evening, me versus Dr. Kano. That was definitely the run back for what happened at the execution. But your boy OG, when he's in his own stadium, using his own screen, doing his own thing, performs a little differently. OG versus Dr. Kano, I took that one 10-6. Yeah, Young Horton and Colin, those are the ones. Yeah. But shouts to Shadow Flip and Hydro Rex. Both of them stepped up to the plate just to give us some Marvel action. You always got to respect the people just willing to play no matter what's going on. All right, yeah, we're almost through it. I told you. The Clash of the Stones. Hots for Cots. The last event before we go over the combo breaker results. And I got a little slideshow for you guys as well. You guys know what it is. I'm going to give you that full report. Give you some pictures to go along. Of course, shout out to Jaco, man. Jaco, you're going to recognize some of these pictures since you're the resident photo taker in Untamed Gaming. I definitely raided your social media to get some good photos. All right, your top 7, though. Your top 7 Clash of the Stones. 7th, we have Kyoya. Tied for 5th, we have Hydro Rex and Shadow Flip. 4th place and returning to Clash of the Stones, Azura X. 3rd place, I had to beat him a couple times in the home dojo. Dr. Kano on the come up, though. Dr. Kano getting third. Second place with the Untamed Gaming Dojo fully defended. You had the UG Team Kill Grand Finals, so we definitely protected the dojo there. UG Jaco Man in second place. Jaco Man, you knew I was hungry that day. You could tell by the commentary. I was tired of being away from the game. Tired of the little hiatus I took. Came for blood. First place in the latest Clash of the Stones, the one and only UG OG War Destroyer. Yours truly, your latest COTS champion. Let's go. Let's go. All right. That's it. I told you it's going to be a quick one. I told you guys it's going to be a quick one. All right. So I'm going to hit you guys with the rollback break, and then we're going to come right back into the combo breaker action. Don't go anywhere. It's even going to be a short break. Let's get some water real quick. BRB.
I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. We've been thinking it'd be automatic when we try to link. Slow and static just after we hang up. We've been living separate, Jesus, we just feel so out of sync. Staggered our magic, just hoping it happens. I swear the trash has been killing me. The simple don't feel as deep. Like when we in my bedroom and you there sitting right next to me. I'm not hype when you far away. I close up, I stop and play. Like when we not together, this game just don't feel the same. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that.
All right, we're back. We're gonna make it a fast one. Like I said, we're gonna do a speed run here. I just wanted to get one in, but on the last MVCI is dead. And plus cover this live Marvel combo breaker action. So combo breaker Marvel 2023. Yo, that track is bad. Yo, Zeta, he was at combo breaker, but I never ran into him. I definitely would have grabbed a photo with Zed. He's definitely some hip hop. I like it when people real rap doesn't necessarily need to be about the same generic shit. This full rap's about Street Fighter, random shit. You know what I mean? But I think he was actually on the Combo Breaker official soundtrack, doing like raps for the background when they were doing their ads and shit. So always got to give props to Zed Tabani. That's a ZT Music. Look him up sometime on Twitter. Follow his shit. It's dope. All right, Combo Breaker Marvel 2023. We're going to run this. We're going to do this bad boy with a slideshow, and as we get to the games, we'll go over the results of the games. But the three games, the Marvel games that they had, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and then Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, a.k.a. the Infinity Tournament, went down in Chicago. Let's get these results for you guys. Actually, let's get this slideshow going for you. We're going to get this slideshow going for you, and then we'll let the slideshow kind of dictate the pace of how we're going to run these results on you guys. So let's get this bad boy going. Oh, there we go. Okay, I gotta say this first. I know a lot of you guys, this is a Marvel, this podcast is, the primary focus is on the latest Marvel vs. Capcom, which happens to be Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I know that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has a majority of its player base is an online contingent. Right? This game has really good netcode. We were blessed with that. And because of that, a lot of the events are online and most of the gameplay of this game happens online. Obviously, this is some like future shit that you guys get to enjoy. I come from the old days where you actually had to convene with people locally to play Marvel. So while there is that element of convenience, I must say that you do lose that other element, that element of brotherhood / camaraderie / making lifelong friends, like all of that richness of like in-person competition. I do feel like some of that is lost with a game that has such a big online presence. So I do want to take the time to say this. In the event that there is an opportunity to go to an event of a game that is an online game, and you can go, right? Obviously, we all have commitments, you know, we all have real life time and financial commitments. So I'm not saying to go to every single thing, right? But if you have the chance, if it's in your backyard, if you catch a deal, you have some friends who are willing to split up the costs, like, take advantage. And being someone who's gone to every Evo, who started off with offline and then went to online, I'm telling you, this side of the fence is awesome. I know a handful of you guys went to Combo Breaker 2019 during the Fate of Two Worlds era. Shout out to Soul Bad Guy. And you guys know what it is. It's something different, and that feeling has not gone away. And there is some things about the pandemic that kind of changed the landscape. But I'm telling you guys right now, this thing that we call Marvel is much bigger than sitting behind a screen. So if you have the chance, I'm telling you, you will have, and you enjoy the game, you enjoy the scene. I'm telling you, like, from the horse's mouth, you will have the time of your life at these kind of events, whether it's Evo, Combo Breaker, Frosty, 8 on the Break, Texas Show, whatever it is in your backyard. I'm telling you guys right now, having come back from an event and just reliving that greatness, you guys got to do it. You got to do it. Don't be a keyboard warrior your entire FGC presence. Like, get yourself out there, meet some of these people. You know what it is. Once we're all together, it's a great time. So this picture reminded me of that, because every good event starts at the hotel. Every good event starts at the hotel with people meeting. So shout outs to Jacob Man getting this early picture of us right when we arrive, kind of setting the tone for the weekend as far as getting that Marvel started. So I'm definitely telling you guys to urge you guys to go to events. That's kind of what this one's all about. This is the venue, the Renaissance. Definitely a beautiful, elegant ballroom with all kinds of rooms and that concession stands and everything you could want for. Basically, it's a legitimate resort, So they definitely picked a good venue for Combo Breaker this year at the Renaissance out there in Chicago. But let's keep it going. Combo Breaker, of course, the entrances, they always got like the maps and stuff. Just want to show you guys what it feels like to just kind of get in there in the first room. As you walk in, they always got the signs kind of guiding you where to go, getting you hyped, right? And you're seeing what games are going to be represented, who's at what booth. This is the artwork that they chose. Actually, I have a better one. This is the artwork that they chose this year. This is the artwork that every year they choose a piece of artwork to put on the shirts and on the graphics and on all the promo materials. The one they chose this year was actually really good. I think I have a better shot right here. Wolverine on top. It's basically just an amalgam of like Marvel and fighting game characters. So shout out to Combo Breaker. I don't know who did that artwork, but that was kind of the main artwork that they had on the shirts and on the posters. So props to whoever did that. Combo Breaker always going on with a full, A+ in terms, full A+ performance in terms of presentation, right? This is the major of majors. I don't like to slam Evo because Evo has definitely been good to Marvel. Let's be honest. It's taken away from Marvel, but it's also given to Marvel. I've never not seen Marvel at Evo in some capacity, officially in some capacity. But with that said, Combo Breaker is definitely the new big boy in the stage in terms of like major FGC events. Full-fledged arcade. I caught me some Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 sweaty matches. I literally just wandered off and looked in there. I was like, what, they have an arcade? I wandered in there, jumped on the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Some dude just walked in and said, hey, you care if I play? And I'm going to play. And we're doing sweaty sets. This is the kind of thing that X or Street Fighter EX, a couple of Marvel 2s, all the games you would want if you were into fighting games on free play. So, that's just another reason to come out to these events, the little perks that they have. This isn't even, dude, I was using, at the end, I was using Smoke, bro. Like, I was using Cyrax. He was using Striker. He was using Striker and Airmac. And then I winded up going into Smoke, and then he picked Smoke, and that's when you knew it was on. That's when you knew it was on. That's when you knew, like, okay, we're done playing around, bro. This is top tier the shit out of this game. What's funny is this is the clearest, this picture right here is the clearest this arcade looked. Every time I came by it, mad packed. I had the center stage, that's just one half of it. That's one half of the room. The other half, I had the sit-down cabinets with your opponents on the opposite sides. Free arcades is always, I mean, it's more of a boomer thing going to free arcades, because just hearing the arcade and the vibe of an arcade is definitely something that just like hits the nostalgia of people who were around during that era. Like free games are free games, and I'm sure that's cool for everybody, but just the bloops and bleeps, like the sat and the chatter of the people, like the arcade, I can't explain it. It's definitely some old school shit that they do to like literally hit you in the nostalgia. So props to Combo Breaker for setting up with the old school arcade as well. And then of course, when you get to the venue, the first thing you do is you walk around, you see faces that you haven't seen in years. So that's another thing too. When you go to the majors, you see the homies. Like there's people that are your homies, and then there's people that are acquaintances, and that's how the acquaintances become the homies, is the fact that you guys get to chill and talk and get to know each other. So I definitely wanted to shout out and show some of the experience, what it's like. Like you walk through the venue, and all of a sudden you see people you know. Yo, what's going on, Hawk? Pull on. Congrats on your MVCI is Dead performance versus Cat Bones. We just went over that a little bit earlier. And thank you for the top. Thank you for the congratulations. We're definitely rocking it in style today, Juan. We're definitely rocking it in style today. For sure, we're wearing some hardware. We're wearing some hardware today as far as for the podcast. Matter of fact, we'll save. I'm getting a little tense. I think I need a stretch again, but we'll save. I'll hold it. I'll hold it for a little while longer. You know what it is. Oh, and of course you got to see, and then they go to the booths, and who do you see? Wave Chan and Aratola. Their booth was the first booth when you walk into the venue, so they definitely like hammed it up in terms of exposure and visibility. They definitely got like a double 6 on the dice. I don't know how they determine who gets what spot, but that spot that they got this year was the spot. So shout outs to them for and it was definitely drumming up some crowds and some business. So super proud of the work these guys do. They're at a lot of majors. They actually do this fighting game major circuit all year long. So I definitely want to give props to Wave Chan and Aratola. And it was cool seeing them again. You know what I mean? They're always, bona fide Marvel players, bona fide Marvel fans doing what they do. Always dope to see the homies. All right, let's get to that Marvel 2 though. Let's get to that Marvel 2, that classic Marvel. So now they got Brooks controllers that convert anything into Dreamcast. Like we are in the future. Like back in the day, you had to find like a specific converter for your controller. Like, oh, you use PS4, then you need this one. You use PS3, then you need this one. You need Xbox 360, then you need this converter. You need this Xbox One, whatever the fuck, then you need. Now there's this universal converter that you just plug in a USB, and then the other end is a Dreamcast, and then now, so basically you can play Marvel 2 in its native setting on a CRT, like with any stick now, with only one single converter that works for them all, or virtually them all. So props to that. Like that's just, I didn't even know that. I need to buy one of those. Like that, I didn't even know that exists. So props to that. I definitely found that out. If you see it right there, these little black converters that the USB slots are plugged into, this is what's making the magic happen and letting people play classic Marvel with their new swords. You know what I mean? And then of course they got the top 4 action on the stage with the camera. I believe I think IFC Yipes was the stream that the Marvel 2 was under. I could be wrong. It was Net Battles and IFC Yipes that did. Actually, it was IFC Yipes, if I'm not mistaken, that streamed Marvel 2 and Marvel Infinite. So definitely want to give props to Yipes for lending out his name and his brand. Of course, the Marvel brand lines up exactly with Yipes' brand. So definitely props on him having that. But let's get to these Marvel 2 results. We're definitely going to get the Marvel results for the weekend. I told you we're going to sneak them in. We're going to sneak them in during the slideshow. All right, we had 21 heads. 21 heads for Marvel 2. Tied for 17th, we have Joey D, aka Joey motherfucking Z. Always dope to see the homie at the events. Yo, Magnus Aran's in the house. Shouts to Magnus Aran, tied for 17th. UG Grilla's own Jaco Man, aka Jacomania, tied for 13th. Ace showed up as well. Ace tied for 13th as well. Zanshin, shouts to Zanshin. He was actually was lending out the converters for people to use. tied for 9th with MCK Beast. All right, let's get to that top 8 though. Your top 8. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Combo Breaker 2023 results is as follows. Tied for 7th, we have Kodiak and myself, OG War Destroyer. Tied for 5th, Mop and UG Gorilla DJ Vest. Yo, Vest pulling out the Ryu to scum out Joey D and get 5th. That was insane. He actually pulled out like a low tier, like, I don't say gimmick team, but like kind of gimmick team. Tron Bond, like Ryu corner pressure and scummed 5th place. So shout out to DJ Vest for getting 5th, the highest placing in UG for Marvel Infinite. There's only 1/3 in that game, Max Weiser. I know I should have an anti-air, but my 3rd is Sentinel. My 3rd is Sentinel. There's definitely my 3rd is Sentinel. That's what it is. It's a team of robots. And what's funny is when Sentinel's in, that's when the match begins, because it's Sentinel with shoulder cannon assist and repulsor blast assist. So it actually is a team that's like meant to complement Sentinel, but there is no true anti-air on it. So like I've never been a bust out guy. I don't have bust outs in Marvel Infinite either. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just I run top heavy. All right. 4th place, we have Mothman. Shouts to Mothman and multiple Marvel Blades. Runs Marvel 2 and Marvel 3. Shouts to Mothman getting 4th place. 3rd place, we have Broadway Jose. Shouts to Broadway Jose getting 3rd place. 2nd place, we have Derek Learn Slow. What a name. Derek Douglas, aka Derek Learn Slow. And in 1st place, and your winner, no losses, of the Marvel 2 tournament at Combo Breaker, Shy's own CHI, I think that means Chicago, Dave Thacker, is his screen name is just Dave. I like that, just repping himself. Shouts to Dave Thacker taking 1st place in the Marvel 2 Combo Breaker event. Definitely a marvelous event. Had a lot of fun. Nothing like classic Marvel. There's nothing like classic Marvel. I don't like to say any Marvel's goated. I'm not one of these guys who's gonna slam your Marvel because you don't like my Marvel as much. You know what I mean? I really don't understand. That started with Marvel 2 and Marvel 3. I don't like when Marvel 2 came out, no one looked at Marvel 1 and was like, this game sucks, bro. Like, no, everyone understood. But when Marvel 3 came out, you just had to diss Marvel 2 and you had to like draw a line in the sand, and that line became even thicker when Marvel Infinite came out. So I don't come from that school of thought. I believe that all the Marvels are great in their own right, but if I had to choose the GOAT, we have to go with the classic, the one that started the hype. I've said this before and I'll say this again. We're even going to go into the big screen to say this one. There wouldn't be an FGC without Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was so hype and so fun and so popular that it was the first game that had a majority of people who didn't play it wanted to watch it. So it was the first one that became a major spectator event. Of course, people who play Street Fighter watch Street Fighter, right? So whenever you have a Street Fighter tournament, of course there's Street Fighter spectators there. But Marvel was the one where we're like, hey, if this game only had 100 entrants, why is the ballroom packed? Like standing room only. Like this is like the main game didn't get this packed, right? It was the first game that kind of did this weird, like people needed to see it. If you were there for Guilty Gear, you had to still go see Marvel. If you were there for Street Fighter, you had to go still see Marvel. If you were there for Mortal Kombat, you still had to go see Marvel. It was the first game that had that mass appeal spectator, mass spectator appeal. You know what I mean? There would definitely, the FGC would have formed if there was no Marvel 2, but it wouldn't be like it is today, and it wouldn't be like the format it is today. So, I think a lot of people fail. That's why whenever you say GOAT Marvel, we ain't talking about Marvel Infinite, we ain't talking about Marvel 3. We're talking about the Marvel that started the FGC, Marvel 2. So I got to get that off my chest. I love all the Marvels, and you'll never catch me hating on any of them because I played them all throughout their windows. Marvel 1, 2, 3, I played them all. Even Marvel Infinite. In its last, this last Marvel window, I'm still enjoying the latest, greatest Marvel. You know what I mean? But don't say GOAT Marvel or best Marvel and be talking about Marvel 3, bruh. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't expose yourself like that. Don't expose yourself like that. You know what I mean? If you're even going to talk about best Marvel talk, which you shouldn't, don't expose yourself by saying it's Marvel 3. I love Marvel 3. Don't get it twisted. Don't. It's not some hater shit. But we keep it facts around here. All right. Anyway, rant over. Marvel 2 was definitely hype. Get some. I know there's a couple people in our scene. I know Bananas comes off the... I'm the one going bananas, comes off the head, but I know he messes around with Marvel 2. He'll tell you right now, it's fun as fuck. He'll vouch for it. It's fun as fuck. All right. Moving right along in the combo breaker journey. Marvel 3 pools. And of course, if anyone who keeps track of the Marvel scenes, you guys know right now that Marvel 3 has a major bounty coming up this summer at EVO. 25K prize pot for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. For one game only, right? That's not spread amongst all the EVO games. Marvel 3 exclusively, not exclusively. The 25K pot is going all towards Marvel 3, as well as a few other games, or 25K for other games as well. So because of that, there's definitely been a reinvigoration of the Marvel 3 tournament circuit, and Combo Breaker's living proof of that. Massive number of entrants. Let's see what that looks like. In terms of entrance and the top 8 as well. The top 8, oh my god, speaking of top 8 Marvel, it felt like 2014 again. I can't explain it. Like the everyone yelling at every single hit, people losing their breath, jaws dropping, insane comebacks, clutch moments. Marvel is back indeed. Marvel 3 top 8 at Combo Breaker was definitely something to be witnessed. If I believe Tampa Never Sleeps is the VOD for that, so if you guys are into catching the VODs, try to look it up there. Of course, shouts to Tong for always supporting that. He's the dude who does the Friday online Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournaments. So definitely an OG in the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 game, bona fide tournament organizer. Max the White saying MVC2 got me into the franchise. Marvel 3 got me to play competitive. MVCI got me to the community. Love for them all. That's a great way to put it. And they all, like, I always look at Marvel 3. I love Marvel 3 because it was the esports Marvel, right? It was that Marvel. It was the Marvel that just took it to the next level, right? In terms of viewership, prize pots, like it jettisoned, you know what I mean? So I'll never have a hate in my Marvel for Marvel 3. I don't get how people could even for Marvel 2 made it a spectator sport. Marvel 3 like started like sponsorships and shit. You know what I mean? Marvel 3 like took it to like people can get paid off of this shit now. Like it took it to like a commercial level, which is some people like, some people don't. But for me, it just gave more exposure to Marvel. There are a lot of 09ers out there. Let's just be real. There are a lot of people who are into Marvel simply because of the 09er Marvel 3 era. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why these communities exist, is because these games are solid in their own right. You know what I mean? Bona fide, like, Salt Factory ass, good ass contest games, you know what I mean? So the Marvel 3 top 8 delivered, you know what I mean? In every way, like in a major way, you know what I mean? Got that big screen action, yipes on the commentary. Let's see what that results in. Let's get that top 8 for you guys. Actually, we'll get some notables in there too, because how many people entered this bad boy? 190. Retro ass 10-year-old game. Evo puts a 25K bounty, and that the tournament before Evo, 190 fools want to get in on this. Holy shit. That's a lot of people. All right. Jacob Man giving out his top spot. He got 69. 69th. Let me see if I can get to some notable names, because like Walmart like tied for 129th. I'm not going to start that far back. Yeah, you're about where I want to start as far as looking for names. Yeah, the tied for 65th. Yeah, tied for, here we'll start right here. Tied for 56. We have K Beast, UG Grilla's own Jaco Man, as he said there in the chat. Professor Lex. Man, there's people just getting back into this shit. Tied for 49th, we have Animal Collective. Tied for 33rd, TNS Tong. Tampa Never Sleeps his own Tong. Marvallo also tied for 33rd. Not Soy tied for 33rd. Yuji's own Ghost. Dang, making a decent placing in Marvel 3, tied for 33rd as well. Yuji Ghost coming from the Street Fighter side of things. Yeah, this bracket looks intense. Evil Winster also tied for 33rd. Ranma Sama tied for 25th. Jason Kiddo tied for 25th. Mundane tied for 25th. That's tough bracket. Mundane getting 25th. That's tough bracket. Living Legend also tied for 25th. Ninja Nam tied for 25th as well. Shouts to Ninja Nam. We're going to give him some props later as well. He came through for Marvel Infinite in a big way later on in the weekend. Tied for 17th, Angelic, Remy Martin, Ram Bam, EMP Obama, all tied for 17th. Tied for 13th, the one and only Joey D. Also Eddie Moo, Not Enough Damage. Frankie G, that's a decent placing. Good job, Frankie. Idom tied for 13th as well. The Bubble Boys tied for 9th. Jason Game Dev, DeadX Pride. Oh, I saw DeadX Pride. He was definitely disappointed in his performance. I think it's commendable, but he sets a high bar for himself. Dr. Snake Tits are now just Snake Tits of Pasadena Regionals fame. Tied for 9th. All right, your top 8. Your top 8 for Marvel 3 is as follows. Tied for 7th, we have Mothman. Again, he also placed high in Marvel 2. Top 4, I believe. Mash Escalante. Escalante wielding dual Marvel blades and thus getting dual medals. Ooh-wee. Also tied for 5th, Remora. Definitely a favorite to win the whole thing, getting 5th place. Jabril as well in 5th. Coach Steve, 4th place. Your top 3 for Marvel Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Combo Breaker 2023. 3rd place, we have Evasion. Yeah, great sets from these dudes. 2nd place, and definitely the crowd winner because of his stellar clutch performance there at the end, Ray Ray. And in 1st place, 3-0 Grand Finals. Never touching the loser bracket. 18 years old. The one and only Liberal Terminator. Your grand champion for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Combo Breaker 2023. The kid is 18 years old, taking Marvel crowns from veterans. I remember when I didn't have work or a girlfriend, I definitely had time to get really good at Marvel. That was definitely the best I ever. He's that dude. Back in the day when I was 18, I was really good at Marvel 1. I definitely miss being able to literally play all day long. That was so shout out to Liberal Terminator. No shorts on the champion, winning that bad boy. 18 years old, man. The fierceness of the torch being passed to a youngster, man. Ooh, yeah, I wonder how these guys are going to take it. I wonder what the next chapter of this story is going to look like at EVO for the 25K. But for now, Evasion 3rd, Ray Ray 2nd, Liberal Terminator 1st place. Congrats to all the players there. Congrats to all the Marvel 3 players there. Yeah, dope stuff. Dope stuff. All right, let us move along. Let us move right along. Oh, yeah, just another... Look at that. See, this is what Marvel's supposed to look like. This is Marvel 3 Grand Finals, or like the top 8. This is what it's supposed to look like, though. Standing room only. You know what I mean? It's great to be there, and it's great to see again. And of course, people peeping the matches with Yuji's finest. Jaco Man and myself getting a picture of us catching that Marvel action definitely was one of the highlights of the evening. All right. Yeah, that crowd was insane. The Infinity Tournament. You guys saw Yuji peddling this tournament as the weeks approached to Combo Breaker. We definitely wanted to get a big bang for we were given the opportunity to throw the tournament for Combo Breaker here at Untamed Gaming, so we definitely wanted to go all out with the Infinity Tournament. So shout outs to the people for showing up for this one. We got DJ Vest and a couple other players right there. Let's get to that. Let's get to that top 8 of the Marvel vs. Capcom. We had 17 total. 17 total. Definitely a smaller event than Marvel 3, but the real one stave came out, and we still had us a good old time, like always, playing the games we love. The latest and greatest Marvel. All right, let's see what this looks like. So we had Captain Capcom. This guy remembered me from Marvel 1. It happens. It's every so often they'll be like, "Hey, are you War Destroyer from like Marvel 1? SoCal?" Like, let me go brag about that to my wife once more. Because like people still recognize my old ass out here once in a while. From Marvel of all games. You're gonna recognize me from a game I played 25 years ago? Okay. We in there. We in there. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. All right, your third tie for 13. We have Animal Collective and Captain Capcom, as well as Hyper Crasher. All right, tied for 9th. We got Trash Baby, Jeb, Galaxy B, and Evil Wenster. Yeah, they know. It doesn't. It obviously happens less often these days, Jaco, because it used to happen all the time back in the Evo days, right? But there's actually, I even was like, what? There's still people who remember this ancient shit. He's like, Double War Machine, right? I was like, yeah. Evil Wenster got 9th, and I want to say this one. Evil Wenster got bubbled out. Banned in his chat. Homie's talking shit about me while I'm banned in his chat. Making up lies about me while I'm banned in his chat. I mean, I kind of put the heel side of things away a couple of years ago. But there's definitely some fools living in the past really trying to make it like I'm this toxic asshole. All I do is serve back the energy that's given to me. If you guys have ever noticed, I'm only toxic with toxic fools, and I'm real with real fools, and I'm nice with nice fools. I don't know if you guys cared to notice, but yeah, I already went over it best. I don't know if you guys care to notice, but that's the energy. But Wenster's still living in that head ass, toxic ass energy. So it definitely, and I'm banning his chat talking shit about me. So there definitely was a little bit of a personal versus Wenster, and we definitely took him out game 5. Ultron, Dante, Space. This is all top tier shit. This is all cheap as cheap gets in this game. But your boy's gonna pull it through with Iron Man, Venom Power. You know what, Wenster? You suck, bro. You suck. Give it up, dog. I'm sure somewhere out there, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Equivalent of Combo Breaker. Find that. Maybe Pokemon is a Wizards of the Coast. Stop fucking around with the FGC shit, bro. Nah, real talk. BG's, motherfucker. Nah, good games. For me, good game. That one felt good because I actually got into top 4 off of that win. So not only was it satisfying to win some toxic ass dude, not only did it feel good to win that dude, but it also felt good to make that win the win that gets me this bad boy. You know what I mean? So this might have the soul of Evil Wenster in it, low key. So we gotta keep it funky, man. People want to be dumb out here. All right, then we gonna get it in, and we gonna get it in. You know what I mean? I just had to go. Your boy has to go off. Because sometimes people be bringing the drama, and I gotta bring the gameplay. You know what it is. Yo, shouts to Spazatron, definitely one of the dopest opponents of the entire weekend, and that's a Mayflash too, bro. Mayflashes, people sleeping on the Mayflash. I'm not gonna front like it's top tier shit. There's some dope fucking swords out there, but the Mayflash is as serviceable as they get. 100%. All right. DJ Vest, did you talk about MVC? Oh, I definitely went over that. Yeah, I covered it all, boy. Did you talk about the unique team? I'll talk about Joey D getting bodied by some bullshit. Everybody went off, dude. UG, there's a reason why UG is on the UG logo's on the flyer, bro. Everyone went off. UG came to fucking play, and UG definitely went off. And all, in all Marvel 2, you know what I mean? We went off, you know what I mean? It was definitely we definitely went, we kicked it, we drank, we had some good times, but we definitely came to play, we definitely came to play. What's going on, Oz? Oh, another shout out. So okay, here's the thing. I wanted to commentate. You guys know I love commentating more than I like playing this game. You know what I mean? I think, real talk. I love playing Marvels, and as much as I love playing it, I love even more commentating it. But because I was in the top 4, I wasn't allowed to commentate. So props, because Ninja Nam was in the house, and DJ Vest went and seeked him out and said if he wanted to be part of the commentary, and they both, between him and Vest, did a phenomenal job commentating that top 4. I didn't get to hear the commentary during the gameplay, but I did get a chance to watch it later. And Vest underrated commentator. Vest underrated commentator. I'm just keep it real. Yeah, it's on Yipes' VODs. IFC Yipes is and I believe it's his last VOD. And I believe it's even tagged Marvel Infinite, even though multiple games are in the VOD. So it shouldn't be hard to find. IFC Yipes is the Twitch channel. So I got a chance to watch it, and I was like, that's right. I said, when Vest is actually, when the cameras are on and he's not banning fools in the cots, there's some skill in here. And of course, Ninja Nam, tired and true commentator. Obviously, as soon as he gets back on the mic, it's like the beast is revived, and it's like he never skipped a beat. So definitely some good quality commentator from both of these dudes, and I can't fail to give it props before we move on. And if you guys check the VOD, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They hold it down. I'm not even gonna say competently. It's excellent. All right, moving right along. Okay, we got some. I think this is one of my matches. So the top 4, guys, you know what it is. The top 4 gets to the stage. So definitely I got a chance to be up on the stage again. It wasn't the biggest of stages. Marvel vs. Capcom isn't the biggest of fighting games, but you got to give props to Combo Breaker for making even the small events feel like they're important. You know what I mean? Putting the top 4 on the stream, putting them on the stage, getting the professional camera work in. So it's definitely cool to get that experience again. I've been on the Evo stage a couple times, long time ago. So it's always nice to get that feeling of just being back in the mix. It's definitely some nostalgic shit, but super dope shit. All right, let's get to this bracket. Let's see who did it. Oh, I stopped on Winster. I started going crazy. All right, your top 8 is as follows. Tied for 7th, we have Ringer, a.k.a. Kyle P, and Stylo Ren. Yo, shout out to Stylo Ren for showing up. Actually got a chance to say hi to her. 5th place, we have Spidey Mikey and UG Grilla DJ Vest. Yo, props. DJ Vesk in 5th place. 4th place, MC Spazatron, and I barely got 3rd place off of that. I did the Goomba curse. I was actually down 2 games versus Spaz for our fight, and was able to 3-0 it back on some luck shit. I don't say luck shit. Maybe it's just a veteran up there having a little bit more nerves. Either way, I was able to barely pull that one out, but really good games to Spaz for that one. And Spaz in person is a way better player than online. Like, way better. Like, way faster, way better. Like, I gotta just say that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, when I lost to Spaz before the top 4, he put me into losers. And so that I won my revenge match against him. But when I first played Spaz, I was low-key thinking, like, oh, I'm gonna beat this guy. Like, not on some, like, it's gonna be a wash, but, like, I got this. I'm already plotting my next opponent. And he rolled up on me. So definitely never underestimating this guy again. So shout out to Spaz securing 4th place. But your top 3 is as follows. Top 3. And before I announce top 3, I gotta stretch real quick. It's been a long podcast. Let's get that stretch in there. Let's get that stretch right in the front there. They're giving away medals. Top 3, the one and only OG War Destroyer. UG Grilla OG War Destroyer. Secured the medal. Solid. 2nd place, and the wielder of people only care about 5th place, best. And the wielder of 2 of these bad boys, winning double medals, one for Marvel 3 and one for Marvel Infinite, the one and only Escalante. And this story, you guys seen this one a long time coming. Ninja Nam put it in a very elegant way, saying, always a bridesmaid, never the bride, right? Always getting near first place, right? Top threes and all multiple finishes, but finally securing the top spot in Marvel vs. Capcom at a major tournament, the one and only Jacomania. Yo, I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you, my Untamed Gaming brother in arms, securing first place. UG Gorilla Jacoman finally takes home the grand first place medal. I'm sure he has a handful of medals and trophies from his performances in Marvel all through these last few years, but my man finally gets a well-deserved first place trophy for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at a major tournament. Shout outs to the Jacoman. Gotta give him his props. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey for you to get here, and it's a journey that you have definitely put out for the world to see. So I'm sure that the Marvel contingent that follows the scene, knows exactly what you went through and all the time you put in. So well-deserved props. Well-deserved props, Jaco. Taking home first feels good. You know what I mean? It feels nice to take home a medal and all that good stuff, money and all. But winning first place is a different feeling, bro. It's a different. That's when you go back and start watching the VODs and just relish in the good feeling. So shout out to Jaco, man, taking the first place, and we can see a little bit more of that medal right here. Ooh, look at this one. Look at this one. This dude is definitely excited. And then of course, you gotta love the back of it. All in together at Combo Breaker 2023, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Grand Champion. Yo, shout out to Jaco, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Grand Champion. Yo, UG came through. UG came through. We definitely came through, but Jaco, man, definitely the top slot of Untamed Gaming performance that weekend. So gotta give him his props. And of course, well deserved. Well deserved. And of course, before we finish off, this is a Marvel-based podcast, but there was also other games. UG, big presence in Street Fighter 4 as well. You guys seen DJ Vess's Tuesday streams. One of the pillars of the Street Fighter 4 community, if not the biggest pillar, right? So it's definitely cool to see Ghost, Ace, and all of the European contingent, as well as some of the American contingent, coming out for the Street Fighter 4. You know, it's always, like I said in the beginning when you saw the first slideshow, it's always cool to see the homies. You talk to them week in and week out, you play them. I've said this before, you don't really know someone until you've played them in Street Fighter. There's a few games, like basketball's like that, Street Fighter's like that, Marvel's like that. You don't really know someone till you've played them in Street Fighter. So to actually get to play these guys, UG Gorilla Gross, Ace Limit got top 8. Dope. UG Ace, dope. Yep. If you could if you know their exact placements, put them in there. But shout out to UG. I'm telling you, even in Street Fighter, the UG came to wreck shit up. You know what I mean? Came to wreck shit up. Of course, I want to give loud shout outs and just kind of remind you guys, come to these events, man. Like, just you'd be surprised just having a beer with someone and laughing over a set, playing a bullshit first to 10 for $20. What it's like, you know what I mean? It's an unbelievable experience, and online pales to that. As fun as online is, I'm not even gonna take away from that. And I never thought I'd be able to play Marvel from the comfort of my own home. You know what I mean? All right, peace out, Octo. So I'm amazed. I'd rather have online exist than not. I never thought I'd be able to stream and play Marvel from my own home. But at the same time, let's not forget what it is to be with the brothers in arms and have all that camaraderie. There's a whole different social and experience when you come out. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. You definitely deserve the slot, considering the work you put in on the Tuesday shit. That's facts. That's definitely facts. There it is, the medal. The medal. That's my medal, the Combo Breaker finalist. I believe in the back one it says third place. Yeah, this one actually says third place. Wish mine said grand champion like Jaco's. There's the medal, but also the Wave Chan, the swag. We got to show that one. That was actually a custom order. If you guys see that one, that's the one I got right here. It's hard to see because of the green screen. Actually, we'll turn off the green screen. We're going to kill the illusion for just a moment, okay, guys? We're going to kill the illusion for just a moment. I know you guys didn't know it was a green screen, but just a heads up, it is. I want to do this just so you guys can see the Wave Chan joint. This is a custom Wave Chan joint. See how that's War Machine, right? But look at that. Bam! Right on the back. Iron Man with the proton cannon. So she sells these, the individual one she has on site, right? But if you want a custom order, you gotta holler at her in advance, like a couple weeks in advance, whenever she puts the notice out. So it's always cool to, like, I don't know, it's always cool to get little swag like this, things, little takeaway, little tchotchkes and whatever. So we definitely got to give shout outs to Wave Chan for hooking up the custom Iron Man War Machine joints. You know, you gotta love that. You gotta love that. A couple of other things. You know what? Let's just do, while we're here, let's just do a little more show and tell. What else we got? Oh, speaking of Wei Chan doing dope shit. Here's the Combo Breaker badge. That's much better right there. Remember I showed you guys the artwork? This is the artwork they had for the badge in the community. But see this Wins Marvel? This is a ribbon. And this is a ribbon with a little adhesive made specifically to stick onto your badge. And so whenever you see Wave Chan posting those ribbons, whenever you get something from her booth, she'll give you a ribbon. Yeah, actually, if you just come say hi to her, they'll give you a ribbon. And there's so many of them. Like there was one that says 09er, one that says I didn't pay $60 to block. That's a good one. Vest Cop, the retired one, which is so fitting, right? But there's a little something for everybody. So this is just another little, Wave Chan and Artola put in mad work for the community, bro. Wave Chan and Artola is just another little thing that these guys do. Like just a little, you know, you walk around Combo Breaker, it's cool, but you also get to floss like that you about that Marvel. You know what I mean? Oh, it's this way. You get to floss that you about that Marvel without just from a distance. People can see like, oh, you about that Marvel. You know what I mean? I got the hat so people know, right? But you know what it is. Got to give shout outs to the little tchotchkes. Oh, this is another thing too that they were giving out. I had to buy a mask when I was there. They had mask mandatory. Green screen again for that one. But this was a little. They gave a little collector's card, which is the artwork of Combo Breaker. I don't know what's going on with the collector thing or what's going on with that, but I don't know. I just love little things like that because they're mementos of the weekend and like tokens that you could look at and remember how much fun you had and how dope it was. Just little things like that. So yeah, I think that's all I got. Oh, and this one, of course. Of course, we got a little token you got to show off, right? All right, I think that's it. Marvel 2, Marvel 3, and Marvel Infinite all being fully represented at Combo Breaker. I believe Evo, so I have 3 events on the map. And the reason why these 3 events, let's go to the next slide. I definitely got to go out with the Marvel hat on camera. Shout out to the cameraman. I was actually walking by and I put it up and he zoomed in on it right at the end there. So, but here's the thing, the Marvel Summer. I told you guys it's going to be a marvelous summer, and the marvelous summer, this is the first event that kicks it off. There's 2 more big events if you're following Marvel that you need to keep track of. This, the second event coming around the corner. Actually, you know what? We'll just plug them. We'll just plug them as we go. That ends the slideshow. Shouts to everybody for coming, for checking it out. If you have a chance to ever go to Combo Breaker, you get a cheap room, you get a chance, opportunity to go. People ask you if you want to jump in on a room or something like that. Do it. Combo Breaker is what Evo should have been. I've said this. You're still pissed about it? Combo Breaker is what Evo should have turned into. Evo got a little too commercial and kind of pushed its community to a little too far to the side. But Combo Breaker is, but that doesn't mean only go to Combo Breaker. Of course, if you have the chance to go to Evo, if you have the chance to go to any major and meet up with your fellow Marvel brethren, take the opportunity to do so. I'm telling you firsthand that it is a unique experience that online cannot top. Just straight up. All right, there it is, the Combo Breaker Marvel 2023 wrap up. But you guys know what it is. I'm not going to let you get out of here without knowing where you could continue to get your Marvel. You know what I mean? All right, where are we getting our Marvel next? What's on the map? Oh, of course, before we leave too, I got to say this. Shouts to IFC Yipes Tampa Never Sleeps, and Untamed Gaming. These were the organizations that collaborated to bring you guys that Marvel. Tampa Never Sleeps streaming you that Marvel 3, IFC Yipes streaming you that Marvel 2 and that Marvel Infinite, and of course Untamed Gaming for organizing the Infinity Tournament. So I definitely want to give props to the hardworking dudes, including my Untamed Gaming brothers in arms, for getting that Marvel to the masses. You know what I mean? Sharing my vision of bringing the Marvel to the masses. All right, upcoming events. Speaking of retro Marvel, talking about Marvel 3 25K, Saturday Night Fever in full effect, Season 1, the online Parsec tournament. This is going down on the 3rd, which is this Saturday, I believe. So if you guys are catching that Marvel 3 hype and you want to get in on what's going on for that 25K Evo action and see the road going to that, be sure to tune in the online tournament number 12 going down 5 p.m. PST, Untamed Gaming. Oh, it's 6:17. We changed it. We changed it. Okay, cool. Cool. This is why I'm glad you're in the chat. So I guess there's been some adjustments since the last time. Why does this flyer exist then? Okay, you know what's funny? I had the same graphic, so I didn't realize I had a different date. Well, you heard it from Jacob Man himself. Not going down this weekend, but going down the 2 weeks from that because it's going to be Marvel Infinite. Street Fighter 6. Okay, got it. Okay, scratch that. Street Fighter 6. We're scrapping this, doing Street Fighter 6, and then coming the next weekend with that Marvel 3. But if you went to the latest Marvel, tell me this one's correct, because I got this one from you. 610, MVCI Clash of the Stones Season 10, PS4 Online Tournament number 10. You guys know what it is. Untamed Gaming is going to hold down that Marvel, the latest Marvel for you guys. Shouts to everybody who's been entering Clash of the Stones. We got, your favorites. We got Hydro Rex, Dr. Kano, Dr. Church, Shadow Flip. Of course, the UG boys, myself, Jacob Man, DJ Vest. We're always having a good time on Saturdays. So if you guys want to get down on that Marvel action, we're doing this one on the 10th. That is not this Saturday, but I believe the next Saturday. Be sure to pull up for that one. Best currently retired from MVCI, but definitely got to pull up from that one. And if you guys are into Marvel 2, this bad boy's coming up. Check it out. Mike Watson of Super Arcade fame is doing it one more time. Evo Moment 37 Reloaded Round 2. If you guys don't know what it is basically a snapshot of what Evo looked like in the 2002-ish era. All classic games. You got all the Street Fighter alphas. Vampire Savior, Third Strike, Hyper Fighting, Hyper Fighting, CVS 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Alpha 3, and added the latest addition to the roster, Street Fighter 4. Ooh, what's funny is that's a little more newer than these games, but as a retro Street Fighter, it fits in right exactly with the kind of competition and gameplay you expect. This one's going down July 22nd and 23rd in my backyard. Riverside's a small drive for me, but it's still just a drive and definitely close enough to make in a couple of hours. So I am definitely going to be in attendance at that one. Reloaded. This is at the Riverside Game Lab. This is where Kevin Ha used to do the offline Marvel vs. Capcom 3 events. So definitely a very suitable venue for a tournament. They have alcohol, free entry, the whole nine, right? The whole nine. So be sure to check that one out. I'm sure Super Arcade is going to stream that on its own stream. If not, I believe that General Thrilla is working with Mike Watson here. So I don't know who's going to do actually this actual streaming of it. But I guarantee, we'll get that information as it comes down the pipeline. But either way, this is going to be, to me, if you guys follow the actual like depths of the scene, the Facebook groups and whatnot, this is looking like to be the main Marvel vs. Capcom 2 event of the year. Just like Combo Breaker was the biggest offline MVCI event, this is going to be, in my opinion, the biggest offline MVC2 event of the year. So all three Marvels being represented this summer. We knocked Marvel Infinite out of the way with Combo Breaker being the biggest Marvel Infinite tournament of the year, and now it looks like the biggest Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament of the year is around the corner, July 22nd and 23rd, Reloaded Round 2. That one's looking hype, y'all. That one's looking hype, y'all. And of course, we can't pretend. Call it commercial. They may have dogged Marvel in the past. Some people hate this event. Some people love this event. It definitely can be a polarizing decision here, considering the nature of how they move. But you can't disagree that it is the original major fighting game event, and I'll go a step further and say it is the original major Marvel fighting game event. The one and only Evo, and of course, if you know anything about anything, the 25k pot bonus for Marvel 3 is definitely ringing true for a lot of these players. You guys saw 190 people. Think about that. A 10-year-old fighting game that flew under the online radar. 190 people entered this bad boy at Combo Breaker. And the reason why is off the strength of the prestige and straight up money that is going to be given away at the end of this Evo for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'll go so far as to say this. This may very well be the swan song tournament of this game. I hate to admit it, but I do believe that Marvel Infinite swan song happened during the last summit. You know what I mean? And we're gonna play these games until there's no one to play. But as somebody who observes the scene, you see the trends, you see the peaks, you see the valleys, right? So I do believe that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 will hit its peak at this tournament, and there will be nothing bigger than it in terms of prestige or prize money. So if you're into Marvel 3 or just into good-ass Marvel in general, this is definitely the tournament to go to, or at the very least spectate for that Marvel. It's going down August 4th through the 6th in Vegas. Evolution Tournament Series, yo. The Evolution Championship Tournament Series. Be sure to peep it out, at least the Marvel part of things. At least the Marvel part of things. And of course, if you're into the latest, this flyer still fucks with me. If you're into the latest Marvel, of course, Don Khan's still doing his things. MVCI is dead. Maybe dead. Double dead. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite on a Thursday weekly is not dead by any means. Don gave us the confirmation that he plans to run this every Thursday still into the unforeseeable future. So shout outs to Don Khan, and of course Stataclysm as well, aka Ralston Arcade, and ICU Hater for holding it down week in and week out every Thursday on the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite online tournament. The who's who of MVCI. Get your ass in there. Get your ass in there. I think that's all we got. We actually did it. We told you it was going to be a fast one. Real talk. I get a kick with y'all just coming in and week out and participating in this discussion. I love talking shop. I love playing Marvel, but I love it so much that I also love talking shop about Marvel. All right, guys. It's been a good one. Combo Breaker was the shit. See you guys at Reloaded if you're going to be there. See you guys at Evo if you're going to be there. There is no excuse at this point, especially this summer. And I don't care what type of Marvel you're into. You have no excuse but to just Marvel on. I'm OG. I'm out. Peace.